It means you study it more. And whenever I fail at something, people always say, man, how do you handle failure, man? I fail a lot, dude. I fail all the fucking time. They go, how do you handle it? What I'm trying to do, and this isn't being arrogant, man. It's being real. Not many people are trying to do. So there's not many people who can even open their fucking mouth and criticize me when I do fail. Because I'm trying to do shit, man, that many people aren't trying to do. But I don't look at failure as failure. I look at failure as your first, second, third, fourth, fifth attempt. I look at them as attempts. I don't look at anything as failure. Because when you're willing to try to do something, not trying is failure. That's not some after school special shit. But when you're able to go out there is no failure. It's attempts. Because when you're trying to do something that's bigger than you, whatever you are, whoever you are, if you're paralyzed, you're trying to walk one step and you didn't fail, motherfucker. That was your first attempt. If that's your biggest thing, that's how your mindset needs to go into everything. So I don't look at it as failure is a big word like that gets people down and shit. We give so much power to words. I don't. I take the power right away. I didn't fail shit.
Do you ever have conversations with Cam about mindset?
We really don't go there too much at all about mindset. Like whenever we get together, it's really about breaking the motherfuckers down. Like it's like.
But wouldn't you be interested though in how he approached? Because I don't know if everybody shares your approach. I know there's not very many people like you.
Right.
Cam is one of them.
Right.
So like, how many of them are like you, and how many of them have that sort of similar approach, and how many of them are willing to discuss their own demons? Because a lot of people that are like super endurance athletes or very hard people, they don't ever want to even discuss the weakness. They don't want to shine any light on it.
No, people hate that.
Yeah.
People hate it, man. And I love it. And the reason why people hate it, to me, this is just my own theory, is because you haven't beat it. That's why. People go, man, why are you so open and vulnerable? I'll tell you everything I lied about, everything I fucked up with, everything. I'll tell you everything. I'm an open fucking book. I don't give a fuck. The only reason why I don't give a fuck anymore is because I overcame it and I beat it. So now I'm willing to talk about it. Why most people aren't willing to go to that darkness and that vulnerability is because they're still dealing with it. When people who have overcome it, they're open fucking book, bro. Because they're proud. They're fucking proud. That's why I speak, man, why are you always yelling? Guys, fuck you. That's how I talk, bitch. Because I'm proud, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm a proud motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
And it's not proud like, look at me. It's like, motherfucker, I know where I fucking came from, bitch. I shouldn't be here right now talking to you. Shouldn't be talking to you, motherfucker. I shouldn't be here. I'm just a fat, sloppy motherfucker. I'm proud. So I'm able to tell you, I was fucked up. Many people can't.
You know, that's a common thing that people say when I interview them after fights. Like, I'm not supposed to be here. This is not supposed to happen to me. There's a common thing when I've had conversations with people and they've won a big fight. They've had this big event.
Right.
They say I wasn't supposed to be here.
Right.
Statistically. Like, Chris Gutierrez just said that last UFC fight when I interviewed him. It's like, I'm not supposed to be here.
Right. Probably because they come from a bad place.
Exactly.
You know, and when you're in the bad, especially when you're young, you know, we develop self-esteem, you know, by the age of 7. If you're not good by the age of 7 or 8 years old, you have a good chance of being fucked the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So if your parents or you came up wrong, and then 7 or 8, if you don't have the self-esteem, but you fucking grind, you're like, I want to be better. When you get to that UFC championship, or you get to where I got, or where I am, it's almost like you can't believe the journey. Like I talk about in that fucking VFW, and I'm in the first chapter of that book, man. I'm sitting in that audience with all those fucking people, and I'm about to get the, you know, Americanism Award. And I was grinding so hard, I never took time to reflect on my life. And this was like time to reflect. And I was all kind of fucked up, man. I got on stage, man, just fucking cried for like 59 seconds. And it was such an emotional moment for me that I fucking did what I did. And I overcame it. And it was alone, man. You know, a lot of people have fucking like teammates and fucking like, you know, family push. My mom was struggling, bro. She was struggling. So it was like me and my mom. And so it was a lot of just me. So when you're waking up every morning by yourself and you're fucking getting after it by yourself, and it's the hidden work. People see 1 minute, video of me running and shit, and like these fighters, they see during the fight or after the fight. They don't see these motherfuckers, man, what they deal with every fucking day. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. Because every day, even though they're fucking the best in the world, that little motherfucker at 7 or 8 years old is still in there saying, "Oh man, we don't have something. We're not good enough. We shouldn't be here." So you're always fighting that motherfucker. Even though you beat it, you never truly beat it. So when they get on stage and they're talking to Joe Rogan, it's not even real. It's not even real. All those mornings that you didn't want to fucking get up, and I look at it as like a rock, and you find this fucking rock, and that rock is you. And every day you fucking fight not wanting to get up, and you do anyway. You chip another piece off that fucking rock, and every day you fucking eat the right foods, and every day you go to train, and you train harder and harder and harder and harder, and you get up earlier, and all these things you do to start forming yourself. You're chipping another fucking piece of that rock off. Before you know it, you have this beautiful fucking piece of artwork that you built. But people don't, and then once you get there, you see it, and it becomes real, and like, oh my God, I fucking did this shit. And so like the fucking journey becomes so real then. But so many people aren't willing to fucking chip away at that stone that is them to start chipping off those fucking rough edges.
That's the fear. The fear is never reaching your potential.
That's it.
That always falling short, always quitting before you're done, always procrastinating, always not doing the right thing. And then one day you're an old man.
Yep.
And you look back and go, God, I could have been great.
Yep.
I could have been great.
I never forget one time I was running by a graveyard when I was fucking just trying to become, I was fat. And I ran by a graveyard and I looked out there and I have all these epiphanies, man. I have all these fucking moments of it's crazy, man, of just thought. Cause I'm always by myself and I'm always in deep fucking thought about how to be better. And I look out there, I'm like, man, I wonder how many of you motherfuckers in there fucking just are so upset with how you lived your life. And fucking just regret how you lived it. And I'm running a 300-pound man thinking, man, don't fucking die like this, bro. Don't die like this. So people wonder where this shit comes from me. It comes from such deep thought of trying to see what this is all about. What is this life all about? What am I all about? Why am I here? I had to find purpose. And my suffering, it had a purpose. It had a fucking purpose.